Malo so forse man whakataila mo le wanoa. Ia, o te whatalo whātu suafa man malo o Yesu Keriso tato ali ima tato whaola. Whatalo whātu fo it pa ia man mamanu o le au fia o lo mai mua mai le nei aso. Ia, ai vea foi le nei avanoa mo le atu ai le angang whaktai a te oe le sunga se o manu. Ai me se fo i Radio Samoa, awale nei avanoa matango fie. Ia vai. Ia o le ala a whamalulu atu. Awa ele lei te le whasa mua le nei au auna. Ai o le a tau mawhai atu pea. Ia o lo ingoa o Sandra Fatu no. O lo tama o Aoauli Fatu e sau mai le nuu o tuali. A o lo tina o o lo tina o le manu parolo e sau mai mata utu le whanga. I'm sure o mai mua mai lo tina. I think my dad's still working. But yeah. Hi mom. Hi dad. Hi all my family.
Malo tai Sandra. Ia, Oliver Seat. Ole ale mavua anga wala yo na e se tō whai te oi. E te tū siani tala mō whanau e le ngantoi le ngangana Samoa. Ai whape fo ia le ngangana Peritania.
Yeah, I think whakataimot Fasili. Na mata mai, I think I le tausanga 2017 o lo naua e tau mawhai e whaau le pe tau fi maule ngangana Samoa I lo lava whanau. I was looking for books for them in Samoan back then, but it was quite hard to find the resources. So that's why I started writing my own. I thought that was one of the best ways to help the language, to keep them in. As long as they were literate in Samoan, then I knew they could keep the language for themselves. I will give them the tools. I pule ala ko e, if they want to carry on or not, but that was my duty. So I think that was my reason for starting.
Sa whinga tāpe, sa whinga o fio na matona e tusia I en tusi le ngana Samoa mai le luawes fulfitu.
E ia se vaenga whainga o fie, awanga o kauma whaipe kusi for like something relevant to the children. That was my heart. So to make it, so it was very simple. Le o ni story whainga kākele o mea whainga o fia se kauma whainga, to keep the language alive. I mean, se fo ia the general language, simple ngana Samoa.
Really? O le hala se tala nei o walo I a o e na ua mai, on tusi, e lau tusi mum.
Yeah. Kids will be kids. They're happy, they like to see the books. They like to see. I have the pictures I have in the books are lots of them, whaonga. So, but I don't know. I hope and pray that that it's helping them, and I hope and pray that it helps other kids.
Lele, ua fia nei lani au tusi ua tusia e se mai I tusia le futa a whaala wiloa I le vaia sola ngada Samoa.
E se fulu lua tusi Samoa. E valu it's also multi, so it's fulu te o kamai readers, simple readers to keep the language. And then I've also got multilingual for the series Fijian, Tokelauan, Tuvalu, Tongan, for Niuean. Yeah.
O lona winga le ua e whaonga ina umale telo ngana antunu te tele I o le Pasifika. O la se mawua anga Sandra wa e nau na wai whai umai anga.
I found o le ko'okele o kangaka e manga nga o le I le nganga, whether it be Samoan, whether it be Tongan, Niuean, Cook Islands, the other one. But there weren't that many simple resources. E kele kuti ua kusi e kangaka, it's a bit more complicated, but people just wanted sentences that they could translate themselves if fear. So that's a large number of the books that I write are very simple, and then I have the story ones. But the ko'okele o kangaka, I've had feedback where people want to learn the language, but it's not that easy. Yeah.
Lili, I le vai te mila le sa amatai un tusi a mo le whana. I se sina e anga I e mo se fsosoni fo I le tātou ngana Samoa.
There were some people tangata that I had to look to, some writers and authors that I reached out to. Some of them responded, and they were a big help. But mainly I think the biggest help I think will be um, the Lord. It had to be, olo kakalo amale, just doing what I know God gave me to do, but also my husband. He's a very big help and a really big um, cheerleader for the work that I do. But yeah, it's a pretty lonely journey. I suppose it's just something different. That's all. Yeah.
So, sometimes when we do these sort of tasks, it's so easy to give up. But how did you carry on with all the obstacles that came your way? Because you just said it's a lonely job to do, and I know sometimes when we don't get help, it's so much easier to give up than to carry on.
Yes. I would say to know because I know the purpose that the Lord has given me to do with these books. Like you said, well, I would have just said, "Oh, it's all right, just leave it." But I know that He's given me this to do as something to leave for the next generation. And if we don't do something, then the language is going to be definitely lost. It's already happening. And I've always had a passion for everything Samoan. I'm a proud Samoan. So growing up, I wanted that for myself, but also for my children. And I many people all across this world want the same thing for their children as well.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about your 3 books that you launched last week. What can you tell us about these books, please?
Okay, so sorry, it was actually just the one. Sorry, it was just this one
Oh,
here, Daniel with the Brave.
hey.
I have 3 storybooks, I think is probably what but that's
Ah,
this one here was the latest one.
yep.
Daniel the Brave. I actually it was a quick write. I really enjoyed writing Daniel the Brave. It's all about a boy who is afraid because he's too small to play rugby, and it's a personal story too because it's something that I know I've seen, but he's really afraid to stand up to the big boys or to just play. But he wants to play rugby. He wants to play rugby. He's very good, but he doesn't know. He doesn't believe in himself. By the end of the story, he's got a good mate, some good friends, and he's also built the courage to overcome the obstacle. And I think a lot of it was just to believe in himself. It's the courage to know whatever you've been given to do, you can do it. It's a matter of whether you think you can or you think you can't. That's what Henry Ford said. Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. But in God, we can do all things. So yeah, that was the background about this story. And he's a boy who really looks up to Ari Savia. We know too that Artie's not only just a great player on the field,
Yep.
but man, he's made some big waves in the rugby community, and what he's done to stand up beyond what no one else has probably done it, was very much like the character that the book is based on.
I saw a bit of West Auckland, and I saw Ranui when you put up the book. So is
Yes,
it
yes,
truly based in West Auckland?
it is. It is. So this boy Tanielu, he's from Ranui. I actually see we live in Ranui now, but I was born and raised in Massey. So
Ah,
I put Massey on there as well just to make sure,
mm.
Paalangi-langi aku le lapi ko ngui.
Malo Taylor, so Sandra, where can the people of Fair, se fale o loa fale tusi ia pe fair ona maua e le pa ia mana manu le tano o ni kopi ia po ni lo binga fo o tantou tusi ia e tusi ia mo le whana.
Yeah, we have a shop online in Mawhaina Maua i Lunga le Shopify. We have a page online as well. Mawhaina, go and have a click on the link. Shopify online. Also Wheelers, they stock the libraries, Auckland libraries, and also the schools. But also if you just get in touch with me personally, we can also do that as well. Place orders.
Malo whaaptai. Ia, o mai asau whaala i a muli il pa ia mano le turu. A misi lava mātua o lena whana nau i nei ia le tō tele o le whanau. Lea ele i antoa le ta i lua se fulu tau sanga o le whanau. A ua le i loa wha Samoa. Ia po nisi o mātua le no mai Samoa i nei New Zealand. il tono le sfulu pe lu sfulu tau sanga talwai. Ia wa matala va ona leilo le tamaititi fa sa mo mai. O le sau fautuanga o le sau tima inga mo matua mawhana.
Yeah. I suppose my biggest encouragement is our kids can only learn as much as we're going to give them to start off with. That's a great big foundation. It makes it easier for them. If we can do what we can, we might not be the most fluent. We might not be able to, speak as eloquently as we would want to in Samoan, but you can help them. Small words, small sentences, surround them with your parents if they're still around. They're a huge help. Get them involved in the Samoan communities somehow, and just get the language. It's all about the language going in, and then they can hear it. Even just encouraging you to do your best, man. It's such a gift to have this heritage as being Samoans. So what we want to do is not keep it just for us, but we want our children to carry on that legacy as well, and to also have the opportunity. Make it easy for them. Don't make them have to work hard to pick up that culture later on. Surround them with it now while they're young. Yeah, and then when they're old, they won't depart from it. But that's my encouragement.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you mentioned your mum before, and you mentioned also that your dad is still working.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, my dad is still working. He is probably 70 next year, but my dad's a hardworking man. And
Wow.
yes, and my mum, I don't know if she's watching right. She's a massive fan of Radio Samoa. Every time we go over, she's always on, and even my mum-in-law as well. Mara, I know they watch Radio Samoa. So hi to everyone, to all my siblings and my husband and my children he had to take them for a ride so that they would they would be quiet, so I could have a quiet house.
Well, Sandra, it's been a pleasure having you on board. When do we get to hear and read more books from you in the near future?
Oh, I'm hoping Silman will do another series of the multilingual readers, and a couple more of our storybooks soon. God willing, the rest of this year.
Malo Valentine, it's been a pleasure having you on the program. All the best with more books coming up, and we look forward to bringing you on board Radio Samoa sometime in the near future.
Whitai tele lava.
Yeah, manuia te lele nei e fiafi, and God bless ole whalatua e Sandra Fatu o ius tu stala Samoa and tu sientala mo le whanau. I le ngana whawhaingo fie le ngana Samoa, ma le whaapere tānia. Ja, e te maua I lunga o penga te whaelangi ana tusi, peori I tusi whata a manila vana whaalangi loa. I le vaiaso le ngana Samoa, le tusi wa whaingo ina Tanielu, the brave, po o Tanielu, le toa. Ia, ora ka mikiki o I aukilani sifo I nai rā nui e whulunga piko ngu I ngai mesi. Ok, loa sa ula valeonga mākua I sola. Ia, le ua whanau mai Tanielu motu a peia o se mā moelo na file mu. Ia, e sa ilia ne ai, e avantu e whaitau ai ia nei a tātou. Wala mo whanau, e le teimi e tu ua tu ai a onga.